video tutorial of this series. In this video tutorial, we will improve the response which we are sending to the front end or to Postman after performing CRUD operation. So let's see what we have done till now. So till now we have performed get all the object, get a particular product, add an product, update any product, and delete any particular product. So now if we see, so what we have done, every time we are logging the error onto the server side. Instead of this, what we need to do, we should send the error message to our API. So let's first improve this thing. So to do that, what we'll write response.status, and the status in case of get request, if we are performing get request and we are not getting any value here, so request.status we can write 500 and the JSON value, and inside JSON we'll write a error, and the error we will send the error which we are getting in catch. So same thing we will write into this catch as well. I have copy and paste this value everywhere. Now this is done, and in case we are trying to get everything from MongoDB from our product schema. So in that case, if we have 0 result, so the response is sending the result as null. So to handle this, we will write if result.length, then we will send the response, else we will write the response, we'll send a status as 404, and the result in JSON we will specify a message no product found. So we will send a message no product found in case we do not have any product in our database. So now this has been done. Similarly, in case of getting a particular product from MongoDB, so same what we will do is, if we are getting a result, then we will send it, otherwise we will send a message. So now I'll write if result.length, if we have result.length, then we will send this, then we are going to send a response status 200 and the JSON will be result, else what we will write, same as we have written in case of getting all product. So in this case we will be writing this error message, that response.status JSON will send this thing. Now similarly, in case of post request, if we are trying to add any product but we are getting any error, so already we have sent the error message to our API, so we do not need to perform anything here. And in case of patch, we have updated the product, and if case we did not find any particular ID, it will give a error message, and that error message will be sent to our API as a response. Similarly, in case of delete, if we are getting any product ID which is not present in the database, same we will get an error as a response. So let's see from Postman what the values we'll get in case of different factors. So in case of product, first thing we are going to get all the product. So I try to get all the product, so I can see that I have only one. Again, we do not need this v in our response, so first of all we'll try to remove this. Let's do that. So here we are sending the whole response. So instead of sending the whole response, what we can do is we can write some value which we really want to send in our response. In response we will be sending name price and the ID. So the ID, we will send the ID as a first parameter so that it's easy to read. Result dot ID. So this way we can send our formatted response. Similarly, in case of getting one object, what we are doing, we are sending the result. So I'll copy this code and I'll paste it instead of result here. So if I paste it here, I will again get only ID, name and price in response. Similarly, in case of post request, we already have done that. If you can see, then we are not sending, but just we need to paste it here so that we get the ID as in first value, ID, name and price. Similarly, in case of patch request, every time we are updating the value, we are getting, let's see what we are getting in case of we are updating it. So in case we are trying to update the value, this ID we will be updating. So we have updated it, and the new value we will send again apple, and the price again we are decreasing it to 100 as earlier. Again I'll try to send it, and I can see that I'm getting lot of values here. First with number of result which is modified, time and everything. So what we will do is that if n equals to 1, then we'll try to return the new value which we received here. So to do that, I will write if result dot n, so result dot n will be is greater than 0. In case if it is greater than 0, then I will send a response status 200, and the result will be, I will not send the result, but I will send, instead of result we have to send the new product which we tried to update. So the values will be this and its ID which we received in get request. This we are trying to send this JSON value as a response. Similarly, in case of delete, let's see what will be the response in case of delete. Again we will try to update it, and we can see that we received ID, name and price, whichever we sent from here. Let's say in case of delete, in case we are trying to delete a value with the help of ID, so we are sending it, and we can see that number of key or number of row which has been impacted is 1. So again we'll try to add this check here, and instead of sending this response directly, what we will do, we'll write if result dot n is greater than 0, then we will send this message, and we will, instead of sending the whole result, what we will do, we'll write a message here, and inside the message, and the message which we will be passing is that product has been deleted. So this will be the response, product has been deleted. Let's see, now we have deleted the product, and again if we try to delete the same product, what will be the response? We try to delete the same product again, and till now we have not get any response. But okay, so why we are not getting any response? Let's see that. So if we check in the code, so what would be happening is that, so we already have deleted the product, so in this case we will not get the value greater than 0. So in this case what will happen, that will not be sending any response to our client. So this will create a problem. So to avoid this problem, we have to write the same thing, or we can leave it as it is, or we can write it in this way, that response dot status, and this status we are sending 200, we will write 404, and the product does not exist. Now let's see the response. Again we'll try to hit the same request, and in this scenario we can see that product does not exist, we got as an error message. So same in case of patch, if we're trying to update the same thing, so again we will have a problem, because the response, we are not sending response in case we do not have that value. So same, we will write after this if, we will write else, and inside else the same thing we will copy from here, and we will add over here 404, product does not exist. Let's see again what will be the response. In this case, now we can see that we got an error message, product does not exist in case of patch request. Message here, like in case of the product ID which we try to update does not exist, so in that case we are trying to send a status code 404 and a status message product does not exist. Similarly, in case of delete request, if that product does not exist, so we are sending product does not exist as an error message, and the status code is 404. So apart from that, we are also sending the error response in case any error occurs while we are performing CRUD operations. So in next video tutorial, we will be looking into data type validations, which will be provided by MongoDB. So please continue watching. We'll see you in next video.